Okay, they are cutting another branch off. They have it tied up with a rope. And there it goes, just hanging sort of freely there. And then they lower it. That guy there is manning the ratchet device, so they can lower these very heavy branch sections and safely bring them down to earth. I might mention here that the atoms in that tree, which are mostly hydrogen, carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, for the most part, those atoms have been around for a long, long time, and then they got involved in this tree, and now they're going to come down to the earth and they get chipped up, and I don't know exactly what they do with them, but eventually the atoms that have been in that tree for so long will be released. And they will go out in the air and they'll go into other trees or plants, or maybe those corn plants that go up so you can have sweet corn next 4th of July at that barbecue. Okay, there's another one. Get the guy with the grappling hook. Okay, I guess he was being a safety on that one. Again, the name of this company is MacDougall Tree Services, I believe.
The names, if it's a boy,
and
name's going to be Trey, and maybe tree-Wheaton or Trey Lucas. Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, thanks for your prayer this morning.
Hey, you're very welcome.
You missed it, Jess.
I just woke up. I says we ought to pray before we take this tree down. Be all safe and get it done well. Whoa! There you go, big section there.
If it's a girl, its name is Haley. Yeah. Well, you two different genres of names, huh?
I guess they control that bucket. There's controls inside the bucket.
Those are nice though, I like those.
Yeah.
And he can just
Sad, huh?
put himself wherever he wants to go,
Yeah.
so he can get up to the next branch.
But, alright, I'm just positive.
They cut a lot of little brush out of the way. There it goes, probably gets that one there. Oh, excuse me. Just me. See, he's going higher and higher. Oh, excuse me. Gets higher and higher up there with the bucket. Drops her down. I've noticed ever since I was a kid that if I look up toward the sun, and I'm not looking at it now, but it's off here at about 2 o'clock to me, I just start to sneeze. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to change the monitor here so that I can look down. There. I'm aiming the camera up, but I have a side monitor on the camcorder, and I can move it. Why I didn't think to do this before, I don't know. But at any rate, let's get a close-up of the guy in the bucket here. That's the actual owner of the company, Wayne MacDougall. And I don't know how long he's been doing this, but he and his crew are out here today, and they're taking down this giant cottonwood tree that was struck by lightning last year. I'm repeating this if you saw the first segment of this video, but if you didn't see it, I'll just repeat it now. Last year, the tree got hit by lightning, and you can see right here, let me focus in on the trunk, you can see that big, I don't know, scratch it looks like. That's where the lightning came down the tree and just went all the way to the ground. And last year, half the tree was dead. Some of the branches were still bearing leaves and going through a normal, what seemed to me to be a normal life cycle for the tree. But then this year, no leaves came out. It tried to bud a little bit, and then it just conked out. And as we've been taking down some of the branches, when they lower them, some of them just crack as soon as they hit the ground. Just very dry timber. There's a good example. I wish I would have told you about that. They tie up these branches, and then what they do is they have a guy on a grappling, guy with a grappling hook, and then they also have a guy with a ratcheting device so that they can lower the branches they cut safely to the ground. It takes 3 men, I guess, to do this whole thing. You need a grappler. That was the owner, Wayne MacDougall, saying, "Very good, gentlemen, we got the A-team here." And it is impressive watching these guys. They obviously have done this a lot, and they seem to have a lot of fun doing it, and they certainly have a great day to do it too. It's sunny and cool. It's about maybe approaching 50 degrees, which is great for November 7th day here in Wheaton, Illinois. I think we're about 43 north in our latitude. Wheaton is a western suburb of Chicago. We got some noise here now. They're cutting up parts of the tree that they lowered. And then they cart it off to a chipper that's out in the front. So they chip it all up. Okay, they're getting ready to, he's already tied up another piece right up there now. He's tied up this piece, and now he's going to cut there. So now you'll see that come down. There we go, see? There it is, just hanging there. And there's the guy there with the ratcheting device. He's holding onto the rope, and the rope is tied to that base of the tree, and then the rope goes up to a very high branch, and there's a pulley device up there, and then they just lower the logs. There's the grappler. The grappler is just grabbing it, taking it off to the side where he can cut it into smaller pieces, and then they take it out to the chipper. Again, these guys are working in a very confined area, and yet with this equipment and with the boom and with the way that they arrange themselves around the tree, they're able to bring this thing down even though they're in very tight quarters. It's sort of like a mini forest back here. I mean, there's a lot of open land, but right about where they are, it's like a little miniature forest. Let's go back up to the bucket. There's the owner, Wayne MacDougall. Where are you guys based in? Glen Ellen or Wheaton?
Wheaton.
Oh, they're based right here in Wheaton. Wheaton, Illinois. So they got the bucket there. You're just tuning in. It's Saturday, November 7th, or is it the 8th? Let me look at my watch here. The 7th. And we got Wayne MacDougall of MacDougall Tree Services and his crew, out here today taking down a cottonwood tree that got hit by lightning. Got hit by lightning last year. Half of it died immediately. The leaves just stopped growing, but half the tree was still, alive. And then this year it was trying to bud, and then it just stopped, and there were no leaves on the tree this year. And when they were taking it down, letting some of the smaller branches hit the ground, you could just see them just break open the branches, and you could hear the crackling. It's very dry wood. We converted our fireplace to gas, otherwise we'd have a lot of good kindling here, because this wood just broke up so nice into small pieces. Of course, the big logs, that's another story. Oh, here's the owner of the company, Wayne MacDougall. They just tied up a huge section, and they're going to go in there now, and they're going to take down this piece.
I'm taking under on this.
I don't know if they do it by weight or if they do it by, yeah, they probably do it by weight. They just probably, I'm guessing, make a real good estimate as to how much a certain thing will weigh, and then they cut that piece off. And then they lower it down through the pulley and the ratchet device that they operate down near the base of the tree. They can pull that branch down. Let's watch this thing fall. There it goes. Boom. There it is. And as you can see, it's just sort of swinging by, and they lower it gently down to the ground and deal with it later. Or that one at least. Boy, what a beautiful day. We're raking up a lot of the woods. On the other side of the house, we also had an evergreen tree that needed to be taken down. If you're going to have work done, you might as well get it all done in one day. And this team is very efficient. While they were doing preliminary work on the tree that you just saw, they had one guy out here working down to bring down this evergreen. Now they cut it up into smaller pieces, but they will end up cutting it a little bit more. They'll pull the chipper around to the side. Oh, there is the chipper. But they're not manning it now because they're paying their attention to the larger tree to bring that down, and it takes 3 guys to do that. So they're doing that, but again, if you're going to have work done, you might as well have it done the same day, because then they only have to come out once. And they can take care of that. Let's get back to here. Oh, look at this. That's my granddaughter's house. Okay. At any rate. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording now. Again, the name of the company is Wayne MacDougall. They came out here on a beautiful November day to take down 3 trees, and we're just very impressed, and I'm being very much entertained by watching these guys go about their business, which they've obviously done many, many times before. And that's good. You want people who have practiced. Have a great day. Bye-bye from sunny Wheaton.